the Pontiac GTO is back. This thing is an absolute beast and believed to be one of the first true American muscle cars. And let me tell you, the 2025 GTO is more than just raw power. It's a symphony of modern technology and timeless design that's sure to turn heads wherever you go. Imagine the perfect blend of old school muscle and new school innovation, all wrapped up in a package that's guaranteed to make every gearhead's heart skip a beat. How capable is it? Let us talk about engine options, because what is a beast without its heart? Enter the 6.2-liter naturally aspirated V8. This powerhouse is not messing around, boasting a whopping 650 horsepower alongside 470 pound-feet of torque. It is a speed fiend, shaving off time to go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in heart-stopping 4 seconds. Lofty speeds are not just a claim here. With an estimated top speed of 185 miles per hour, it dares the brave and thrills the daring. It does not sacrifice on modern touches either, featuring technology like direct injection and variable valve timing to not only boost performance but also ensure smooth drivability. Now, for the adrenaline seekers looking for that extra kick, let me tell you about the supercharged variant of the 6.2-liter V8. This bad boy sits at the top of the power pyramid, offering an adrenaline-pumping 650 horsepower with torque that won't just get your heart racing but might even change its rhythm. Thanks to the optional 10-speed automatic transmission, this variant isn't just about speed. It promises rapid acceleration and a driving experience that's nothing short of exhilarating. Under the hood, the base model is home to a robust 3.0-liter twin-turbo V6 engine. This isn't just any engine, it's a marvel, pumping out 455 horsepower and delivering a hefty 450 pounds-feet of torque. You want control? You got it. Choose between a 6-speed manual transmission if you're a purist who loves the tactile feel of shifting gears, or opt for the 10-speed automatic for a smooth glide across your driveway. This beauty rushes from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 4.5 seconds, and while you might think all this power equates to guzzling every street mile, it's impressively efficient. You'll get mid-20s miles per gallon on the highway, striking an ideal balance of power and everyday practicality. Yep, but wait, there's a hybrid option pulling at the strings of curiosity. Joining a twin-turbo V8 with an electric motor, this variant churns out a total of 530 horsepower and a staggering 600 pounds-feet of torque. What does this mean for you? Basically, you're looking at impressive acceleration capabilities with the added bonus of improved fuel efficiency, making it your go-to for both spirited weekend drives and the mundane daily grind. Speaking of stopping power, let's not skip over the Brembo brakes. These bad boys are designed for high-performance scenarios where fade resistance and instant stops are non-negotiable. Yep, these brakes are laying down roots in the essence of control and safety. And now, onto technology, a vital gear in this machine's ensemble. Traction control? Check. It's on hand to juggle power delivery and braking for stability, especially when the going gets tough. Launch control is also in the toolkit, refining the art of acceleration from 0, making sure every launch is optimum, bold, and poised to impress at the drag strip. But the Pontiac is not just about what's under the hood. Exterior design. Now let's talk about the exterior design. Those slick LED headlights wrap around the fenders, carving a sharp predatory gaze that feels like it's locked onto the road ahead. And here's the kicker. These LEDs don't just light up the night. They come with daytime running lights that moonlight as turn signals, cranking up both visibility and style. Slick, right? Now, feast your eyes on that robust hood. Sculpted to perfection, it's equipped with strategic air intakes designed to feed the engine with the cool breeze it craves. This isn't just about looks, though it certainly ups the car's mean demeanor. It's about performance, maximizing it in fact by aiding the cooling process. Glide along the side and you'll be greeted by muscular lines defining what can only be described as a powerhouse on wheels. The car flexes strong character lines that trace its length, emphasizing an athletic build that calls back to its storied heritage, all while maintaining a fresh, stylish edge. That low roofline with a fastback flare, it's a nostalgic wink to the GTOs of old, seamlessly stitched into today's canvas. Capping it off is an integrated spoiler, device fit for wind slicing at breakneck speeds, ensuring stability doesn't wane as your speedometer breaks new ground. Oh, and those quad exhaust tips, they aren't just barking fierce power, they're a visible testament to what lies beneath. underneath, a famed powerhouse ready to unleash its roar. Roll up those sleeves and let's get into materials and finish. This beast keeps its weight down with the smarts of lightweight construction, carbon fiber, and aluminum harmonized to deliver an aerodynamic symphony cutting through air like a well-sewn needle, while safeguarding structural integrity. And for car aficionados who can't resist a flutter of color, Digital Orbit Orange beckons, a metallic shade as vibrant as it is timeless, throwing back to yesteryear with a future-facing shine. Which brings us to one of the major concepts behind all of this: functionality. Remember the classic feel of a rear-wheel drive setup that's synonymous with that genuine muscle car charisma? Well, it's still here for all the purists. But don't get too comfortable. This year's model also shakes up the game with an all-wheel drive option. Yep, you heard that right. This baby is ready to unleash jaw-dropping power irrespective of the weather, transforming the way you grip the roads. Whether you're dealing with rain showers, scorching sun, snowy landscapes, or melting tarmac, the GTO has you covered. With the all-wheel drive system at your disposal, channeling power to all corners, each journey becomes an epic adventure, erasing the dread of a slip and slide in tricky conditions. Now let's tackle a classic question that looms over any muscle car enthusiast. Can a vehicle be a muscle-bound showstopper and still be practical? Enter the 2025 GTO with yet another ace up its sleeve, a towing capacity that boasts around 3,500 pounds. Imagine needing to tow a small boat or a trailer for your weekend escape. Fret not, because this muscle car can switch up from being a street prowler to your trusty weekend warrior with a flick of the wrist on the tow hitch. Can muscle cars venture off-road? Astonishingly, the answer is yes, and the 2025 GTO is here to challenge the norms. With a ground clearance flirting around 6 inches, you've got yourself a machine that lets you flirt with the untamed. Originally designed to conquer asphalt stretches, it now comes packed with optional skid plates that dare you to take on bumpier terrains. The robust tires grasp rugged surfaces like a second skin, making this an unexpected contender for light off-roading escapades. Now, while it might not feature everything serious off-road enthusiasts seek, like locking differentials, it holds its ground as an ideal daily driver with an eye for adventure. Let's talk suspension and handling, because all that power is nothing if you can't keep it on the blacktop. The GTO boasts a fully independent suspension system armed with adaptive dampers. Think of it as tailoring your ride for any digs your tires roll over, whether cruising down the highway in comfort mode or switching to a racetrack setting for razor-sharp responsiveness. This ride adjusts to your mood, and the interior design shows it. Interior design. Step inside the 2025 Pontiac GTO and prepare to let that plush luxury wash over you like a dream you don't want to wake up from. This isn't just any car, it's a muscle car that's crafted to envelop you in opulence, offering ample space for you and 4 of your comrades to enjoy the ride in style. Imagine stretching your legs out with a generous 42 inches of space up front where you command the road like a captain at the helm. Our friends in the back aren't left out either. They get to chill with a comfy 36 inches of legroom that ensures no one feels like a sardine in a can. This ride is about more than just space though. Here, every journey transforms into a joyride, turning mundane commutes into something you actually look forward to. But let's be honest, every car enthusiast knows that practicality shares the crown with style on the open road. That's where the 2025 GTO really shines with its clever storage solution scattered throughout the cabin. Need to pop open that trunk without breaking a sweat? You've got a powered tailgate for that very reason, and the split folding rear seats give you that magic trick of expanding your cargo space in the blink of an eye. So, whether you're gearing up for an impromptu weekend adventure or zipping around to run some errands, this beauty has your back, my friend. Enter the world of climate control, because what good is comfort if the temperature's all wrong? Thanks to the GTO's multi-zone climate control, both you and your passengers can set your own little atmospheric paradise with ease. Feeling the call of the wild, or maybe just a bit of sunshine? An available sunroof or moonroof lets you bask in those warming rays while you cruise like a king in a chariot. Now, let's chat tech. For the crowd that can't breathe without their gadgets, the 2025 GTO is pretty much your digital dream machine. Picture an ultra-modern infotainment system armed with slick wireless charging pads and multiple USB ports to keep all your gear juiced up and ready to go. Seamless smartphone integration through Apple CarPlay and Android Auto means you're never out of sync with the digital world. Plus, with Bluetooth at your disposal and a snazzy voice recognition system for hands-free chatting, you'll be on top of your game without missing a beat or the sights on the road. But let's not forget about those tunes. Are you a die-hard music fan? With the GTO's audio system, it's like having your personal concert hall on wheels. This sound system delivers pure audio bliss, dropping beats so perfect you'll want to get lost in the melody. Color your world with customizable ambient lighting that pulses to the rhythm of your playlist, bringing the concert to you every time you hit the road. Platform. When it comes to the platform, the 2025 Pontiac GTO strides into the ring, ready to prove it's not just about flash. This beast packs some serious punch under the hood. Built with a combination of high-strength steel and top-tier materials, this GTO doesn't just look tough. It's crafted to handle everything from crowded urban jungles to the winding twists of back roads. You won't just be feeling fantastic driving it, but you'll also have the peace of mind that comes with knowing this ride is reliable no matter what the elements or the road throws at you. Think of it as your steadfast companion that gets better with every mile. The 2025 model has seen rigorous testing sessions aimed at ironing out previous bugs and concerns. Let's talk durability materials and get down to the nitty-gritty. Peek beneath those slick panels and you'll find the GTO has something special up its sleeve. Recycled carbon fiber components. Now, recycled carbon fiber isn't just something out of a futuristic novel, it's reality for several of this model's body panels. Praised for its amazing strength-to-weight ratio, this material is both feather-light and hard as nails, giving you the best of both worlds. The genius move to use recycled materials means Pontiac not only turbocharges the ride's performance by shaving off excess pounds, but also earns some serious eco-friendly street cred by repurposing materials that would otherwise go to waste. It's like having your cake and eating it too, right? When it comes to what happens behind the wheel, shedding that extra weight means a whole new level of handling finesse and fuel efficiency. Light is nimble, and nimble means sharper acceleration, snappier braking, and supreme cornering stability. Imagine effortlessly gliding into those hairpin bends or making quick work of highway overtakes. The recycled carbon fiber gives you the kind of performance edge that turns every drive into an exhilarating experience, not just a commute. Who knew being mindful of the planet could be this thrilling? Now let's shift gears and discuss high-strength steel, the unsung hero of the GTO's frame. The chassis is reinforced with this robust material, tucked smartly into critical areas to enhance crash protection and lend rigidity where it counts. This isn't just about being tough, it's about being smart. High-strength steel is specifically engineered to absorb impact energy, meaning should you find yourself in a fender bender, the GTO's design is all about keeping you and your passengers safe while holding its structural shape. What do you get when you blend muscle with mind? A car that's ready to take on the world. And we can't talk about steel without mentioning weight management. While heavy duty might sound like it means bulky, the GTO's high-strength steel is used strategically to keep excess weight at bay. Less weight doesn't just mean better fuel economy. It translates to a ride that balances performance and safety in perfect harmony. You get that thrilling driving experience with a whisper of safety reassurance. But how much is it? Price and sale. The 2025 Pontiac GTO rolling off the assembly line and ready to captivate your senses with 3 irresistible trims. Imagine you're holding the menu at a chic restaurant, each dish more mouthwatering than the last. First up, you've got the base GTO. Let's call it the appetizer of this automotive feast. Priced at a tempting $42,000, this model doesn't just lay the groundwork, it sets the stage with features that scream value, offering a delightful balance of performance and comfort. But what if you're the kind who craves a little extra spice? Something to elevate the everyday into the extraordinary. Enter the GTO Sport, your entree for the evening, coming in hot at around $48,500. It's a splurge, sure, but imagine the thrill of increased power paired with that luxe experience. It's a gastronomic delight in the world of cars. Now, if only the finest will do, you'll want to cast your eyes on the pièce de résistance, the lavish GTO limited edition, priced at a cool $55,000. This special trim doesn't just offer a ride, it delivers a lifestyle complete with exclusive features and performance upgrades that keep the GTO's legendary status alive, roaring through time with flair and gusto. Let's talk about the resale value where cars show their true mettle long after their showroom debut. While exact figures for the 2025 GTO are still being calculated, history whispers tales of Pontiac GTOs that stand firm and resolute, holding their value with an admirable tenacity against the ebb and flow of depreciation. What fuels this resilience, you wonder? It's the storied legacy embedded within every GTO, a legacy that collectors find hard to resist, the kind of iconic status that draws enthusiasts like moths to a flame. Think of owning a GTO not just as mastering the art of driving a muscle car with panache, but as making a savvy investment likely to appreciate over time, especially as the contemporary reimagining of muscle car charisma gathers a cult-like following. When it comes to buying a performance car, what really seals the deal is peace of mind, and that's spelled out clearly with warranties and service plans that aim to smooth out life's little hiccups on the road. Pontiac knows this well and stands by its engineering with a solid guarantee, a 3-year 36,000-mile basic warranty that promises care for the essentials, and a 5-year always 60,000-mile powertrain warranty that assures you of those all-important inner workings. Camaro SS. Let's talk about the world of iconic American muscle, where the Street Fighter Chevy Camaro SS faces off against the mighty 2025 Pontiac GTO. Both of these beasts come with their own unique attributes and sizzling performance capabilities that promise to rev those engines and turn heads. So what makes each car stand out in a market flooded with ponies and horsepower? Let's find out. First in the ring is the Chevrolet Camaro SS. It's like the rock star of muscle cars, bolting out with a snarling 6.2-liter LT V8 engine that's nothing short of jaw-dropping. With 455 horsepower ready to roar and an equal 455 pounds-feet of torque, the Camaro SS can catapult you from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just about 4 seconds flat. Whether you're looking to dominate the streets or just cruise with that engine growling under the hood, this car delivers. But it's not just about raw power. It rides on a robust chassis tied together by a 4-wheel independent suspension system. This techie wonderland does wonders for ride quality and handling, making that driving experience smoother than a perfectly surfaced racetrack. Now here comes the challenger that's ready to turn traditional on its head, the 2025 Pontiac GTO. This muscle machine aims to crank up the volume on what it means to be an iconic American car. In its arsenal are cutting-edge materials such as recycled carbon fiber and high-strength steel. These not only inject longevity and performance into the GTO's core, but also give it the strength to weather both the test of time and the demands of performance-hungry drivers. And you know what's under the hood. It blows almost all the competition away. And that's not all. The GTO brings more tricks to the table with an adaptive suspension system designed for real-time calibration based on driving conditions. So, in this grand melee of legacy and innovation, who emerges as the reigning champ of the muscle car market? Both cars have their merits and appeal. One is a stalwart of balanced power and tech-savvy elegance, while the other is a blazing comet of cutting-edge materials and raw power. The 2025 Ford Mustang. When it comes to performance, the Mustang doesn't hold back. It boasts a selection of engine options that will surely get your heart racing. Take the 2.3 liters EcoBoost 4-cylinder engine for instance. It churns out an exhilarating 310 horsepower. If you're craving more power, the 5.0 liters V8 engine in the GT variant cranks it up to an impressive 480 horsepower. And for those who truly seek high-octane excitement, the Mustang Dark Horse variant takes performance to another level, delivering even more muscle that leaves competitors in the dust. As for gear shifting, buyers have the freedom to pick their style with either a 6-speed manual or a state-of-the-art 10-speed automatic transmission. This flexibility lets you tailor the driving experience to suit your taste, whether you prefer the full control of manual shifting or the seamless efficiency of an automatic. Notably, the Mustang GT can rocket from 0 to 60 miles per gallon in a jaw-dropping 4.2 seconds. This impressive acceleration not only highlights the car's prowess, but also gets your adrenaline pumping with every press of the pedal. Now, let's throw the Pontiac GTO into the ring and see where it might steal the spotlight from our beloved Mustang GT. First up, let's talk power output, because let's face it, it's the kingmaker speaker among muscle cars. The GTO is poised to muscle its way to the front with a supercharged variant promising to unleash up to 650 horsepower. That's an unchallenged statement of dominance that promises to rocket your driving experience into the stratosphere compared to the Mustang GT's hardy 486 ponies. This translates into snaps of acceleration that leave mere moments in their wake. Weight efficiency comes into play next. The GTO is like the athlete that's shed those extra pounds thanks to smart use of advanced materials like recycled carbon fiber. This substantial weight reduction doesn't just say eco-friendly, it whispers agility and responsiveness, while making the heavier Mustang GT seem a tad sluggish by comparison. In the world of muscle, lighter often means mightier. Where performance-focused features are concerned, the GTO doesn't pull punches. With advanced suspension tuning and potentially superior braking systems, it seeks to offer an exhilarating driving experience that could rival or even surpass the Mustang GT. It's all about that thrill behind the wheel, making each journey an event to be remembered. So where do your preferences lie? Old school muscle with a legacy, or a forward-thinking reimagination in the world of speed? Last but not least, Dodge. Imagine the thrill of the open road with the power of two legends, the Dodge Charger RTR and the 2025 Pontiac GTO. Both iconic American muscle cars are renowned for delivering pulse racing performance, jaw-dropping aggressive styling, and their own rich history in automotive culture. So what sets these titans of the tarmac apart? Let's gear up and explore the roaring engines and unique flair of each, dropping right into the heart of what makes them the talk of the town. Let's kick things off with the Dodge Charger RT, a powerhouse that doesn't just get the heart racing, it revs it up. Under the hood, you'll find a 5.7 liters Hemi V8 engine that belts out a solid 370 horsepower. Couple that with 395 pounds-feet of torque, and you've got the kind of muscle that begs to be unleashed on the blacktop. This beast is harnessed by an 8-speed automatic transmission paired with rear-wheel drive, promising a driving experience that's sure to put a grin on any motorhead's face. Rocketing from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just about 5.2 seconds, it's clear the Charger isn't just about raw power. It's built for the thrill seekers who revel in every rev and rumble. Now, let's shift gears to the roaring 2025 Pontiac GTO. This car aims not just to compete, but to redefine the entire genre. The GTO doesn't just offer power, it embodies it, and in doing so offers higher horsepower options with acceleration that leaves bystanders in its wake. If speed is your ultimate thrill, the GTO hands down the kind of heart-stopping performance that muscle car dreams are made of. While both vehicles bring that revered muscle car ethos to life, they each cater to a slightly different set of preferences, splitting the road between performance seekers and design devotees. When it comes to performance, the Charger RT lays down solid numbers with its respectable horsepower and torque. However, the GTO stands out dramatically with more horsepower and faster acceleration, making it a go-to choice for those who live for speed and adrenaline. Design-wise, both boast aggressive aesthetics that command attention, but their styles tell different stories. The GTO impresses with modern design elements that honor its classic roots. It's like a vintage rock band playing on a stage of the future, strikingly nostalgic yet undeniably cutting edge. Meanwhile, the Charger RT leans into a more contemporary, sedan-like silhouette. It manages to channel the spirit of muscle with a subtler nod to its aggressive lineage. So that is all for now, but tell us your thoughts on this. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video.